Alright, I opted to put him up on ramps, but I did disconnect, disconnect the relay and crank it until he was dead. That should relieve any residual pressure in the line. Now I'm just making sure there's no pressure in the tank itself. We'll leave him loose. Now there will be actual gasoline liquid in the line, but no pressure, and it'll dribble out. So we go get our blanket for down here, or carpet, and see what we have in the way of tools that we need. Alright, before you go and undo the fuel line in the rear, you need to come up here and onto the fuel rail. That would be this guy right here. I'm going to move this breather tube out of the way so I can show you what we need to do. You need to find this cap. Underneath this cap, there is what's called a Schrader valve. Now, I don't know what a Schrader valve is. Well, basically, tire stem, a valve stem. What you want to do is you need to relieve the pressure up here on this fuel rail. You get yourself a rag and a small pick, small screwdriver, maybe even the blunt end of a small drill bit. Take your rag and hold it up over while you press in that little prong that's in the center. You know, kind of like you were draining air out of your tire or something. And you want to do that. The only reason you're going to keep the rag there is because it's going to spray. Keep the rag there until all the pressure is relieved from here. Now, for some stupid reason, I don't know why, I usually do this, I forgot to do this. I went underneath, popped the fuel line, and next thing I know, I'm taking a shower with 87 octane. An 87 octane shower this morning. So please note, you need to do this, unless you do like smelling like 87 octane. When you are done, put your Schrader valve, the cap back on that Schrader valve, and put back anything that you might have moved out of the way, aka breather hose, and you should be done under the hood. You will find a wire connector, aka that wire connector. It's laying right there. You undo the red plastic clip, pull it apart. Now, you look up there. See if I can get you up there, show you. Woohoo! There's my shower head. Yeah. You pinch into two ears and you slide out. I'm hoping I did not lose an O-ring or anything like that. I think it might have just sprayed that out at me with just the fluid. So, those are our two main things we got to take care of. Now, one of the other things we need to address, the filler and breather neck up there, which luckily for us are just hose clamps. If you notice here, I started loosening up our strap bolts. One there, another one over there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to loosen them up enough to drop the tank down, hopefully with enough room to get those guys. They look a little rusty, but we shall see. I first need to go check that fuel line up there. Make sure I didn't lose any O-rings. If I lost any O-rings, I'm just kind of screwed right now. Alright. I'm going to put you down. Alright, we put you down and bring you back in. Alright. If you are doing this closer to the ground, I'm doing this here up on ramps only because I need room to video. Yes, I use a cinder block as a spacer. Alright, sue me. You're going to want to undo the two straps while your jacket's underneath. Lower it down slowly. You'll feel the resistance from the two breather, well, the breather and the filler line that go up through there. Reach up with a pry bar, big screwdriver, your big meaty hands, and get them lines off. They're just simply radiator hose. Well, let's say the filler lines are radiator hose, and the smaller ones are heater hose. Alright, then when you get it down, you'll find out exactly how much gas you had in the tank. I thought I had almost nothing, and there's a good, oh my god, 7 or 8 gallons in here, which makes this thing pretty freaking heavy. One of the things you need to, there's also a vent line. When you get down far enough, reach in there and just pop that off. It's only a rubber line. Supply line for the fuel pump. You need to get a hold of this plastic piece, push the 2 ears in, and pull back on the line. That will release this guy. Now, they tell you to use a spanner wrench. Ooh, let me go get a screwdriver and clean some of this stuff out before attempting any removal of the fuel pump retainer ring. You want to remove any gunk that's going to be up in this little groove around here. Now, they tell you to use a spanner wrench. I don't know anybody who has a spanner wrench like that. I have already used a square piece of metal and a lead hammer and kind of tap this out, which I believe will be our best bet for right now. I must stress this fact: if you're using any carbon steel, like my piece of flat bar I'm going to be using for there, do not, and I stress, do not use a regular hammer. You need to use a brass hammer or a lead hammer. If you create a spark, well, getting that fuel pump out ain't going to be a problem. The problem will be getting that fuel pump out of your chest, or putting your head back on, or finding your limbs hanging in trees. What I'm saying is, you hit that metal plate that you'll be using to spin that off. If you hit that with a regular hammer and create a spark, this thing will blow sky high. Alright, right there, open to the inside of the tank. Right there, open to the inside of the tank. Whatever gas spilled out, oh, hey, look, 2 big openings there to the inside of the tank. Do not use a regular hammer. Okay, now with that said, we're gonna crank you up there. Lead hammer my bar. Do not ruin this. You will be needing to get another one if you do. Where's my screwdriver? Right now we're leaving this sealed. I'm going to clean out all this junk. Around here. The last thing you need is all that in your tank. Now if you have the capacity in your tank, clean it down a little bit. Take some brake cleaner. All right. Let's bring you in a little closer. Previous owner said they replaced this. Let's find out. Ooh, yummy. Let's let this drain out a little bit. Get our ring. We will need to reuse this. Do not hit this with any brake cleaner. What do you think? Are we in frame there? Think our sending unit was bad? Oh, man. Squeak. Oh, man, that sounds worse than my knees. On this one, as you can see, it is replaceable. But I have a whole another freaking unit right there. I'm just going to drop it in. But before I do that, I'm going to lighten this load. All right. We drained out almost all the fuel. We do, however, have some nastiness on the bottom. I'll get some rags, and we're gonna do a reach in and a clean. I don't know if you see the dirt on there. I did see it when I was moving the tank around to get the last of the fuel out. I kept seeing this stuff floating around in there, and I thought, you know what, it's time. Some of you might recognize here, we're in the back of trail rig. Whoa. That would really suck if I got my arm stuck in there now, wouldn't it? Alright. Now, we might as well actually physically clean our threads out on here, because I don't think anybody else has. Okay, don't look it. The cleaner you can get this, easier the ring will go on. Let me get a screwdriver. Alright, the ring. New unit comes with a ring. Okay, for installation, you'll notice it's springy. It is designed to push this against the bottom of the tank, which I can see a little spot there for that. You want to feed in the float first. Now, of course, you need to locate this facing out. Carefully make sure that your gasket is going in and not doubling up on you. I wonder if it's easier to put it in the tank first. I wonder. Is it easier to go in the tank first? It would appear that way to me. Okay, let's do this again. Yes, there really is no easy way, is there? Ooh. Ooh. I heard it thump down in. Kind of held in there with pressure. I'm gonna go get the zip ring. Stay. Really? You couldn't wait, could you? You couldn't wait, could you? What I'm going to do, I'm going to spray a little bit of PB Blaster on this edge. Only to help it slide into the gasket easier. Now, I know, I got speckles everywhere. Alright, we're most of them. Now, we need to turn this down until it seats. When does it seat? I have no idea. Use reverse procedure. You guys are good for crap. There you go. All tight. I know this connector fits. I know this unit works. So let's go check our, you know what? One of the other things you want to do, check your hose clamps, or your filler neck and your breather line. I know for a fact, I got everything dirty here. I know for a fact the breather line clamp twisted. Not too sure about the filler neck. Oh, also, you want to remove this plastic cap and install your hose. Making sure that the O-rings are in there. Uh-oh. We seem to be missing something. Let's go check in the bag and see if they have the clip. If not, we will have to pull it off the old one. This is a fun one. Let's get this guy out of the way. There's no weight to him now. Let's see if we can bring you in further. We need this retainer clip. Now to get this retainer clip out, you need to pry out on these little ears so they release from the tube. Oop, there's one. Oh, two. What they do is they slide in and they grip that lip. You got a little shot with some brake cleaner. I love these companies. They can't give you this probably a 50-cent clip to make the installation, the tedious installation of this fuel pump module easier. I just did it again. I think it's full of gas. Installation goes a little easier than removal because, well, the tank's empty. So, put the tank up, get the filler neck bolted in, clamped in, get it with the smaller one, the breather, clamped in. The top of the tank breather, got to get the hose slid on, clip in the fuel line, clip in the wire connector, tighten up the clamps for the tank, fill it. I suggest if you have more than one container you took out of the tank, only put one container in. Check for any leaks. Any leaks down there? I don't see any. I've been down there. Check for any leaks up front. Easy. He's been sitting here running for a couple minutes. You put the fuel pump relay back in. You put your battery post back on. You cycle the key a couple times, and you fire them up. I'm going to check the codes. No codes found. Yep, no codes found. Beauty. You know, we had almost a half a tank. actually closer to like 3/8 of the tank. We're sitting over here. Let me see. Yeah, there we go. Well, day 2 on the fuel pump and fuel level sending unit replacement on Double D. Well, we seem to have a catastrophic failure. I put the tank in, put in what little gas I had taken out, gas gauge registered. I went to the gas station, put 17 gallons in. Only 16 held, because the last gallon or so came out. As soon as the nozzle clicked, it started pouring out. Yeah, pouring out. It started pouring out from the inset. It did not come from the filler neck or the breather vent on the driver's side. Now, whether it's coming from that small vent or if it's coming from around the fuel pump housing, don't know, but now I have a full tank of gas. And as you can see, we're not in the driveway. I'm actually in the front yard. Because, man, he stinks. I mean, when I mean stinks, I mean, you know, yeah. You really can't see it. The grass has discolored. See all on the other side? No, I ain't gonna do that. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go for a little ride and try to get some of this level down. And, well, I don't know what I'm gonna do then, because I don't have enough barrels to empty that tank. We'll bring it back then when we figure out what the heck I'm gonna do. I'll bring it back then when I figure out what the hell I'm gonna do.